tracking millions of cars, collecting mountains of data. License plate readers are spread out across Central Florida, tracking just about everywhere all of us go.
But who is looking at all of this data, and what could it be used for? Investigative reporter Shannon Butler talks with police and the company behind the cameras to see how much of your data is really stored.
There are thousands of cars on the roads in Central Florida every day. And just about everywhere you go, cameras are watching, recording, including these license plate readers, becoming more common not only on the roads, but also where you shop, even where you live. The purpose to help law enforcement.
Whether that's a drive-by shooting, whether that's a homicide, whether that's organized retail crime. It's certainly a nice tool that we have.
But many worry what else they might be used for. First, let's take a look at just how many times your data is collected. To figure that out, we had the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office run the license plate to one of our cars. The system showed 132 photographs from various cameras over a 30-day period, each adding us to a database.
So technology funded by both the city and the law enforcement, but also private entities, is providing that force multiplier that many agencies really need. The second thing is there's a call for better policing, more objective policing, and technology like license plate recognition cameras, gunshot detection systems, they provide that objective evidence.
We asked several agencies in Central Florida to tell us how many crimes were solved by these LPRs. We were told they don't really track crime like that. But Flock Safety says its data shows it's helping solve 9% of crimes in the U.S. At this time, Flock software doesn't use facial recognition or measure speed, but it does create a vehicle fingerprint, including your license plate, make and color of the car, and even your bumper sticker, capturing 1 billion vehicles a month. In 2022, the ACLU warned that Flock is building a mass surveillance system unlike any seen before in American life. Flock tells us that's not true.
It's owned by the customer, so we don't own it. We simply store it, and therefore we can never sell it or share it with any private third parties. And it's deleted, as I mentioned, by default every 30 days automatically.
But what happens after that? Once law enforcement collects the data, it's up to the agency on how long it keeps that information. But law enforcement maintains it's only using the technology for crime.
All of a sudden now I have a nice thread that I can pull on, figure out possibly a rental car, possibly who owns the vehicle, and we can pull on that lead. And then also the data stays for about 30 days, so we can try to figure out where that car came from, where it went to, possibly uncover additional crimes that we didn't know about previously, or potentially, if it hits the right camera, we might be able to figure out where it's going and where that fencing location is.
So this is a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, many of the states have very specific laws on how long law enforcement can take that data and store it. Some just weeks, others months. Florida, though, is not one of them. In Orlando, Shannon Butler, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.